You start first then.
One, redo ah. And 3, 2, 1, go.
Hi, this is Diana and we are the Terrible Tellers.
And I'm Natasha. Hi.
What are we gonna talk about
You
today?
better. We are gonna talk about ghost story from Singapore.
Okay, I have some stories prepared. Maybe you can start first. I wanna hear your
Okay.
story. I really wanna hear the story.
Okay. My first story involves 2 siblings.
Mm-hmm.
These 2 siblings decided to play hide and seek in the house. It is one younger brother and one older brother. The younger brother is the seeker, and the older brother went to hide.
I don't like this
in
already. Wait, so the younger brother, no, the older brother is hiding.
Yes.
Okay,
The younger brother is the seeker. So in the house, the older brother went to find places to hide. The house is small, so he decided to break the rule by going out of the house. So the older brother went out and hid in a cabinet that is outside of their house. You know, in the HDB, there's always those like cabinets, you know?
Yeah.
So the older brother hid outside the house in that cabinet. He waited and waited, and it was too long. So the older brother decided to quit and go back to see what the younger brother is doing in the house. Then he looked from one room to another and finally found him, the younger brother. But the younger brother is hugging a curtain. Huh?
The younger brother is what?
The younger brother is hugging a curtain, something behind the curtain. Yes. I don't have curtain. Listen. Okay. So the younger brother was hugging something behind that curtain, thinking that thing is the older brother. So the younger keep on asking, like, why aren't you coming out? I already caught you. I found you. Come out. But then that thing is not coming out. Until the older brother called out for him. And then the younger brother was terrified. He turned around and then looked at the bottom of the curtain and saw a feet. A pair of feet. And then both of them actually ran out of the house and in shock. Yeah. So they went to the void deck and wait for their parents to come back home. And for your info, the house should be empty. It's just the younger brother and the older brother. So that thing behind the curtain is still unknown. Yeah. Yep.
Very scary. Yeah.
But that one is a true story.
This is true story. Well, anyone can see it. That's a true story. But that's a good story. I'm actually a bit spooked by it. Should I rate it? I will rate it.
Can you try? Like, you rate lah.
8 out of 10. It's actually quite scary.
Not bad for a first story.
Yeah, that is not bad.
Okay, now your turn.
Okay, so this story is called The Worst Night Ever. It's by someone named Charmaine. Okay, so I was 10 and it was at this resort in East Malaysia. We were traveling as 2 families and it was all jolly and fun until the second night. As the youngest siblings of both families, my friend and I ended up sleeping in the room opposite the kitchen. It was the only room on the first level of the bungalow. Right before sleeping on the second night, my friend and I had a squabble over a game we played, and she ended up going to sleep with her parents. I was extremely stubborn and insisted I be fine sleeping alone despite my parents' offer to sleep with them. It's the worst choice ever. It was around 12:30 a.m. to 1 a.m. and it started getting very cold. I was adjusting the aircon when I heard knocks on the window panes. It went from one pane to another, and every single pane was knocked twice. I froze, not knowing if it was my ears playing tricks on me. But it didn't end there. At around 2:30 a.m., I heard furniture moving in the living room, and it was loud. I stepped outside my room and saw that the dining chairs were scattered all over the dining area. I put the chairs back in their place and went into the living room. The moment I sat on the sofa, the TV turned on by itself, displaying nothing but black and white static. Just when I was about to reach for the remote, it turned off by itself. My tears were flowing, but I didn't dare to make a sound. I walked to my room and then I heard a sound coming from the kitchen. In the kitchen, I saw a pile of what looked like black and white static, and it turned out to be a whole lot of ants on a white cloth. I let out a small scream and the back door suddenly opened. The wind was super strong by then, and when I tried to close the door, it wouldn't budge. Like there was a force pulling it from the outside. Then I yielded and I could suddenly close it. At this point, I was like, okay, I'm going out to sleep with my parents. I did a time check and it was 5:30 a.m. As we are supposed to wake up at 6:30 a.m. for breakfast, I decided to suck it up since it was just 1 hour more. Another mistake. I went to the upstairs living room, which had another set of sofas, a TV, and a small coffee table. It had a small balcony too. I sat down and finally dozed off after a few quiet minutes. Then the knocks came again. This time it was just 3 full-length glass panes, but there were 3 to 5 knocks on each pane, to and fro, non-stop. While I was staring at it in horror, the TV turned on again, showing the same black and white static before turning off again. I did a time check on my watch and it was 6:15 a.m. already. I calmed myself down, went into my parents' room and acted like I was there to wake them up. This happened in 2004 at a resort, which apparently had a few murders, and I only found out from Crime Watch 6 months later. You suck at reacting. You didn't say anything the whole time.
Cause I was listening, like, yeah. It sounds beautiful. Like there's a poem like that.
Maybe because of
It
how
sounds
I
like as
say
if it's meant to be like in a storybook, you know.
Yeah, probably. Maybe.
But it is quite scary. It's an scary experience for that person. I would rate that 4 out of 10. Because it doesn't scare me.
Nothing scares you. I don't know what will scare you, honestly.
No, I know what scares me. It's the dark. Yeah. Because when it's dark, you just start to, visualize those scary things that could ever appear, but you cannot see it. Yeah. Want to hear mine? Okay, this mine. Yeah. Okay, this one will be a bit long. So try to understand the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
So this is 3 friends and 3 P word. This P word is the one with the long hair.
Mm.
Okay? So there are 3 friends, Azul, Azri and Azizi.
Mm-hmm.
These 3 love to jog and exercise. They have been buddies since primary school. They always spend together, but Azizi has a special eye. It is called the third eye, and this third eye can see ghosts. He has this special ability, or maybe curse, that he can see ghosts, things that normal people cannot see. So he always avoids going out after Maghrib.
Mm-mm.
Maghrib, which is after 6 p.m. As that was the time where spirits often roam the streets. Azul and Azri didn't know how bad it affected Azizi, but they were aware of it, just that they didn't take it seriously. One night, they both went to Azizi's house to invite him for a jog around the block. Hey Azizi, come on, trust me, it ain't that bad. The path we run is brightly lit and there's barely anything happening. Look, me and Azri look fine. Azul persists. Azul is the type of person that get frustrated easily, and Azri joins in to persuade Azizi to go out. But after so many attempts, Azizi says, fine, just this once. Y'all better not leave me alone and make sure you run along with me. Do not leave me alone.
So
So
they're just
Azizi
gonna go
changed.
out and then go for a run, that's all?
Yeah.
Okay,
So
that's nice.
So Azizi changed and started jogging with them in the night. At night. So in the midst of jogging, Azizi stopped out of nowhere and backtracked his running path. So he stepped backwards. He looks terrified. Azizi then runs back to Azul and Azri. He screamed, "Run, run!" The pivot. The pivot. Azizi ran past Azrul and Azri, who looked confused. Azul and Azri got a bit blurred, and then out of nowhere, there's a jasmine scent. You know that flower scent.
That's the scary
Suddenly
part.
out of nowhere.
Yeah.
But the thing is, when they look around, there's nothing. The scent is so strong, it spooked Azul and Azri into running. They sent each other back home, not saying anything until the next morning. Azul and Azri confronted Azizi in school and asked what happened and what he sees that night. Azizi said that he saw 2 ponti with long hair standing in their running pathway. He got too scared, so he ran, backtrack. He U-turn, He U-turn and then as he U-turn, he ran back. But then what happened is that when he turns the corner, he saw another ponti floating. At first it was floating, and then suddenly it floated fast towards him.
No.
Like as if it's running towards him. It is not running, but it is floating towards him, So he almost passed out, but then before he passed out, he ran like a maniac back to Azul and Azri. He passed by that 2 ponti that was with Azru and Azri.
He just passed by together.
Yeah, he was too scared. If there's 2 ponti and one floating thing that going towards you, you obviously will go to the other side, right?
Yeah. Oh no. I don't like anything floating towards me or coming towards me, or if I don't know what that is and it's coming to. Oh, actually, you know what? Now I know what I'm scared of. I'm scared of insects. I don't like insects flying towards me.
Cockroaches.
Or ghosts. I think it's worse if it's if it's worse is if it's ghosts flying towards me.
So ever since then, Azizi promised not to jog in that area ever again, or even after Maghrib. Done. So Kak, rate it. What do you think? Would you go? Oh wait, no, you would rather go pass through the two Ponti, right? Than the floating one.
I will go none of that direction and just go.
Where are you going then? There's only two way.
What is it like some kind of forest?
It's a block. It's a void deck.
Yeah, so it's like
But,
that.
I
I have
mean-
so many different kind of directions. I'm not gonna go these two places. If it's left, right, I'm gonna go side by side, up, down, anywhere. Okay, I'm done.
I'm done too.
Okay, bye. See you next week.
Do a closing.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. So cold heart.